Hello, it's good to be back and welcome to my channel. I'm Yoi, and then today I'll be looking into how to create a spoon in Maya. Okay, I'll be going through the basics of tutorial on how to model starting with a box, okay, to get something like this. And then after we finish model the spoon, and then we'll be looking into V-Ray materials, okay, showing you guys on how to set up a V-Ray materials for that spoon, and then also a simple lighting to get a realistic spoon in 3D Maya. Okay, so let's get started. Alright, at first, this is our screen, and then to follow this tutorial, you need to have some basics about Maya, knowing what is the basic setups, like for example, like rotate, move, and scale, like zooming in and out. Okay, so at first we're gonna start with creating a box. Okay, I'm holding down spacebar and then clicking create and under polygons primitives. We're gonna click on cube. Okay, so as you can see from here, like it is a rectangular shape. Okay, and then at the front it's a round shape. So starting with a box, it's a better choice. So at first I'm gonna start like using scale to scale it down, and then probably scaling it up, okay, to get the length. And then after that I'll be start looking into number 3. So basically number 3, it's a preview smooth mode, and as you can see that it becomes a different thing. Okay, and then probably it's a bit difficult to see that when we are having gray color and gray background color. So I'll be clicking alternate B, okay, to switch the colors. And then right now it doesn't look good, okay, and we'll need to add a line so that it can maintain certain shapes, that it doesn't turn too sharp. So to add a line, we need to go to Mesh Tools, and then we will be looking into Insert Edgeloop tool. Okay, click on that, and then click and drag up down to here, and then click number 3 again. So you can start to see that it makes a better shape, and then it somehow follows like this kind of M. Okay, and then after that we're gonna make another fix for the front part. So click number 1, and then clicking this and pull it to here. Okay, and once you are done, click Q. Okay, Q for quit, and then click 3. Then you can see that it shows us this. Okay, a flat front and then the round back. Okay, so next we're gonna be going into face by right clicking, okay, at the object, and then select one of the faces, and then we can go to here, edit mesh, and then we can choose extrude. Okay, so we need to extend the surface. All right. Okay, once we're done, okay, cool, click Q again to quit, and then we're gonna right click and go to vertex and shrink this down. Okay, pulling this down, okay, because like from the spoon that you can see, this is wider, and then that is more narrow. Okay, and then you have the front part. Okay, and then you might be thinking, okay, wow, so how can I make this brown? Okay, so same thing, we're gonna be using the same tool, which is called Insert Edgeloop. So we're gonna add a line here, okay, and then go to vertex mode, select both of the pairs, and then you can go to here and scale it up. Okay, cool, and then we can try to click number 3 and see how it looks like. Okay, so we're having something like this, getting closer, but not yet. Okay, because if you look at the spoon, like the middle part goes down, and then the whole thing is brown. Okay, you have a dent, and then so whenever there's lighting, there's reflections, you can see a proper reflections like follow the curve. Okay, which looks very good. So we can turn it off, and then we can make it more rounded. Okay, so next I'm gonna go into H. Okay, double click on that. Okay, and then I'm gonna introduce you guys a new tool called the Bevel. Okay, so we go to edit mesh, and we can click Bevel. Okay, so basically a bevel allows us to split lines into 2 or 3 or 4 and so on. Okay, and numbers. Okay, so it seems to have a bit of problem. All right, because we have scale, we have pulled things around before. So I think before we kind of like add these segments, maybe we'll just keep it like this. Okay, click number 3. I think that's good. Okay, we just need to make it wider. So select this two, and you can click number 3 while looking at the smooth results, and we use our scale tool and scale it up. Okay, cool. And then after that, I will be adding an actual smooth to it. Okay, so what is an actual smooth? Because at the moment, if we're clicking 3, it shows us a preview smooth. Okay, but it doesn't really add the polygons. So we will need to go to here and then click on smooth. Okay, remesh smooth, so it makes it smoother. All right, so we can click Q to exit, and then from this version we can go back to vertex, and then we can start manipulating them by pulling this down and pulling this down. Okay, but I feel like this is very slow. Okay, so because if we have like three segments, and then that means we're gonna pull 3 times at least, and then plus we have to balance the back, and then the other side, which might take a few more rounds of editing. Okay, so right now I'm gonna show you guys a better way of doing that. So you can click number 4. Okay, to look into wireframe mode, select both of the points and click W and click B. Okay, B for boy, B button. Okay, so if you click B, then you can see it shows some kind of gradient color. You see yellow, you see red, and then you see black. Okay, so if you hold down B button and then left click mouse button to drag, and then you can see that the color seems to expand. Okay, so this function, it's called soft selection. So if you double clicking this move tool, double click, and then you see like there's this soft selection. So if you click and expand, you can see that while we are holding B and drag, it increased the radius. Okay, basically increase the size. So we're gonna drag until an areas where like it can affect most of the areas, and so we doesn't have to spend our time like tweaking one by one, because whenever we are moving this, the surrounding parts move together also. If you click number 3, let's see how it looks. I think not bad. Okay, so I can select the middle part and then increase that radius further, and we can pull it down slightly. Okay, then we can select the front part, and then we can click rotate. Okay, that's better. Okay, let's look at the spoon, and what else do we have? Okay, I think this one needs to be a curve. Okay, so I think I will move the whole thing down a bit. Okay, so make sure they kind of touches the ground. Okay, and I can turn it off for this. So if you want a more accurate adjustment, so we can hold spacebar, left click, and go to right view. Okay, so next we can go into vertex. Okay, and turn off B. We don't need B anymore. And then we want to move the whole stick down so it goes diagonally, and then in the end it touches the ground. Okay, but if we want to move like one by one, it seems like quite difficult, you know, like it doesn't work smoothly. Okay, so undo, and then I'm going to show you guys another method. So select all and go to Deform. Okay, so under Deform we have a lattice, so we click on lattice, and then if you go back to perspective by holding spacebar, go to here, up, and then you can see that we are having a new box, a new green box, that it shows us some lines. Okay, basically it's a new form of transform. Okay, so I would like to go to here and reduce the amount down to 2. So click number 2, or you can highlight the text and then hold the middle mouse button to increase. Okay, or change the values. Okay, so for me, I can go to here and right click and choose a lattice point, and then go to right view again, select this and pull it down. Okay, so this is good whenever your object is having a lot of points and then you might want to simplify the controls. Okay, so right now once I'm done with it, so I'll need to go to edit, delete all by type, and click history. Okay, so I'll probably need some banding angle over here, so I need to go to vertex, and maybe I'll be adding probably one more line. Okay, let's go back to object mode and then go to mesh tool and then insert Edgeloop and pull around here. Okay, done. Okay, clicking number 3, go to vertex mode. Okay, maybe like that. Alright, cool. Okay, look at right view. I think that's fine. Okay, not too bad. Pull it closer. Okay, kind of similar. Okay, or maybe I think that's better. Okay, so instead of pulling down, now I push it up, and this one slightly adjust the angle to make it look smoother. Okay, and then probably I'd like to move this up a little bit more by turning on B. Okay, for soft selection, and pull it up. Okay, so I think we're good. Okay, we're good. Maybe just select this too, Control Shift to select add selection and pull it up slightly. Okay, I think that's fine. Like, of course, I'm not a spoon manufacturer. Okay, so we'll be looking into like how accurately like this angle moves and rotates. Okay, so we don't care about the angles like degrees, that detail. Okay, so basically in this video I just want to show you guys like a standard workflow on how to make a spoon. Okay, and here we are, we finish the spoon right now. Okay, so right now we're gonna move on to a little bit of details. Okay, so I'm gonna add another round of smooth. Okay, and click Q, and this time I'm gonna be adding details towards the handle. Okay, so go to face and turn on B, select all this together. Okay, holding Control Shift to add selection, and up to there, and then select the other one that is opposite. Okay, so not the next one but opposite ones. 1, 2, 3, all together. Okay, sorry, undo and go all the way until the end. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is make a small little extrude. So I'm going to edit mesh and then click extrude. Okay, so at first I'll be adding offset. Okay, so you see, like from here we can't seem to get a proper transform. So we need to go to here. Okay, maybe we just need to get like 0.01. Okay, so not bad. I think that's a good value. Okay, and then we need to pull and extrude. Okay, so for the extrude I have to click G. Okay, so basically what is G? So G is a very good function that we have, and it's available in Maya. Okay, where it tells us to repeat a last action. Okay, because just now I'm extruding the polygons, so right now I can press G to repeat whatever we have just did. Okay, which is an extrude. Okay, so I'm done with the extrude. So right now I'm selecting the other side, and then I'm gonna do the same thing. At first, offset 0.01 value, and then secondly we're gonna extrude. Okay, to the about same height. Okay, so let's go to here again, and then go to edit mesh, and then extrude. Okay, and then go for like offset 0.01. Okay, cool. Click Q and then click G again. And by the way, I click this button because I want to change the wall selection. Okay, so it's a local, so we're gonna change the wall. So changing the wall, and whenever you're pulling up, that means it's really pulling up. Okay, according to the wall axis right here that you can see. Okay, we're done. Click Q, and then right click back to object mode and click number 3. Okay, this is what we have. Alright, so next we will be looking into on how to apply material. Okay, so if you doesn't know much about material or vray, you can probably take a look at my other videos that I'll be uploading soon. Okay, I'll be uploading a tutorial that explains about basic materials in vray. Okay, stay tuned. And then right now, first we're gonna go to here. All right, go to render setups, and then we're gonna change to vray. Okay, so under vray, we'll be looking into some of the basic settings that we always talk about. So for sampler type, we're gonna change to bucket instead of progressive. Okay, as I mentioned before, like progressive, it gives you noises. Okay, and then because it's a work in progress render, and then it doesn't give you details. Okay, so that's why we change to bucket. And then under here, GI, we need to turn it on. And then for primary engine, we're gonna change to irradiance map. And secondly, we're gonna change to light cache. Okay, and for the irradiance map presets, we're gonna switch back to low, because even with low settings, it's pretty much enough. Okay, for now. So clicking change to 20. Okay, so it speeds up the process, and that's it. All right. So right click and assign a new material. Not this one. So assign new material, and then we're gonna go to here. So you can see like if we highlight vray, so there's a list of vray materials, and we're gonna be using this. Okay. And firstly, I'm gonna set to black and turn on reflections. Okay, so you can see like briefly how does it looks like. It seems to have some reflections. And to make a stainless steel material, we're gonna play and change with the values of IOR. So for IOR, I'm gonna change to 8. Okay, and then for reflection glossiness, I'm gonna give it a bit of blur reflection by changing this down to 0.75. Okay, I think that's good. Right. Next, okay, clicking number 3. See, like it looks good. Okay, but anyways, because this is for render purposes, clicking number 3, it's not gonna make it work because it is only a preview. But when we render it, will still show a low resolution. So I'm gonna go to here, mesh, and then click smooth again. Okay. All right, cool. And then I'm gonna start creating a vray light. So go to create and go to light and go to vray rect light, rectangular light. Okay, so it goes to here and pull it up. All right, and then under renderer, we're gonna change to vray IPR. Because if you didn't change to vray, you won't be able to see what is going on. Okay. I think like it's being too dark, so I'm gonna change back to this one first and put it down to here. And firstly, I'm gonna put a light on the top. Okay, like this maybe. Okay, and then after that, we're gonna play with the intensity multiplier. Maybe reduce it down to 10, and then clicking Ctrl D to clone it, and then put it here and rotate. Okay, and then clone it, double click, Control D, and then pull it over here. All right, and then I always create a plane for the render so that there's a floor that you can have shadows like fall to it, and it can have some reflections that reflected back to the spoon. Okay, it's a good one. So go to here and go to render and change to vray IPR. Okay, so this is a kind of a real-time progress, real-time preview. Okay, and then as you can see, like we have some dots. All right, so you can rotate around and see whether the lighting is suitable or not. Okay, how about from this view? Does it look good? Okay, I think definitely I have to pull down my spoon a bit, just a bit. Okay, I think that's pretty nice. Okay, so I think we're gonna adjust to that angle, and we're gonna try our first render. Okay, So let's go to render settings and go to common, and we're going to be looking into that size. So let's try to change to 1280 times 720. Okay, and then also there's one more thing like I forgot to mention about. So for that AA filter, double A filter, I'll be using Camel Room. Okay, so because most of my render I'll be using Camel Room, so it gives me a better quality and a sharper pixel, sharper. Okay, so let's click the render. Okay, you might be asking like, what's the actual difference in between this vray frame buffer render and then with the real-time render? Okay, so basically real-time render, it gives you quick results, but it doesn't give you fine details. Okay, and then whenever you click the render button, basically V-Ray engine will process all the lightings, all the rays, all the reflections, light bounces, and all the stuff. So in the end, gives you a better quality pixels. Okay, so which can be a finished artwork to put it out here. Okay, so we can start to see, wow, this is looking really nice, and then with some highlight gloss. Okay, and then the way it reflects, okay, the floor. It's a good product. Okay, so we're gonna pause for a while. Okay, we just finished with the render, but it's to have a bit of problem where this part is looking like completely dark. Okay, so it's looking dark because it's not burned by the fire, of course. Okay, I didn't put it in the fire because the environment is dark. Okay, so if you take a look at here, like you see the environment is dark. So because this is a real thing, and then if we want it to look good, so if from this angle, of course you can see the lights because the light it's from the top. But because from that angle, maybe the way it reflects is so dark, so we might need to clone something up here for it to reflect. Okay. So that light, where's my light buddy? Light buddy. Okay, there you go. So I think I just need to scale it up. Okay, so it covers the whole thing. Okay, we're gonna go back to that angle again. Okay, and then we're gonna just wait for a while. Okay, but by the way, from the render just now, I think it's a bit overexposed. So I'm gonna reduce it down to 7. Okay, and then from that light, I'm gonna reduce it down to about like 5. Okay, and then how about this one? Maybe about 5 too. Alright, we still get some dark areas, but not that bad, like only a few parts. Okay, right here. Okay, so I'm gonna pause the video and try to render. Alright, here's the results, and then actually change and lower down the multiplier slightly further. Okay, I'll show you guys the values. Okay, so here's 3, and then the other one that is 3 also, and then so the top one is 2. Okay, and I actually made some changes, slight changes to the shape. Okay, by going to vertex and then pulling this down by increasing like B with soft selection, pull it down further. Okay, because sometimes like after I make this stuff, like I like to do little changes like here and there just to make it more perfect. Okay, it can be taking like more time to tweak around. Okay, but for this tutorial, I'll just like put it here. I think you guys know the rest on how to make it look better. Okay, so if you want to make it like a more theme, we can go to right view. Okay, and select all this. Okay, then you can go to Deform and then go to Lattice and then do the same thing, change it back to 2. Alright, and then go to Lattice point and then okay, it's a bit of a problem right now we see, but never mind, it's fine. Okay, because after all, like we want it to be more slim, you know, like we can select this too, make it like that. Okay, of course we can adjust accordingly, no problem. Okay, that's better. Okay, once we're done with this, okay, never mind, let's just go to edit, delete all by type. edit delete all by type history, gone. Okay, now whereas for this, can select up to here maybe. Okay, we can't just do it like manually, no problem. Okay, select this. Okay, make an FFD again. FFD is very useful. I love FFDs. Okay, select this point and then pull it down. There we go, done. And then this one. Okay, so of course you can still spend time like making this like thinner. You want to perfect models. Okay, all right, that's fine, no problem. For the sake of tutorial, I'll be stopping right here. Okay, and then right there. Yep. Okay, so that's it. All right, save the file, and I'm gonna stop the video. So hope you guys enjoy. I learned something today. And then if you have a special request that probably you want to learn something that you don't know, maybe you face a problem that you might want me to help you, please feel free to leave a comment, and then I'll try my best. Thanks a lot.